The star knot. That's what we're going to do today. Why am I laughing? Well, this is the star knot that you're going to be making. It's a little bit bigger than this one. And the simple fact is, I thought I would use coloured chunky cord so that it's easier to follow. And if you can leave me a comment at the end of the video and tell me, was it easier to follow using 4 different colours? Okay, so in other words, in this video, I'm going to show you how to do a 1, 2, 3, 4 pointed star knot. And if you want to increase the number of points on your star knot, all you need to do is increase the number of cords that you start off with. But the principle is exactly the same, from 4, 6, 8, whatever you want. Okay, so that is basically what we're going to make today, the star knot. And if I show you here, here's a star knot, and I'll show it again at the end of the video, a star knot on a knife lanyard that I did a while ago, which is acting as a button so that I can actually lock the lanyard around my wrist, around my waist, something like that. And so that's a star knot on there. And then also here is a star knot that I've used on my cat o' nine tails, and exactly the same principle. And let's see how many points the cat o' nine tails. 2, 4, 6, 7 points on that one. 7, oh yeah, and then there's 2 coming out here, adds up to 9. Okay, so that is my cat o' nine tails with a star knot as a starter at that end there. And I think I added a couple of cords here as well when I used those 2 up there. It was so long ago when I made this one, I can't remember. But in today's little exercise, we're going to do this chunky beast. Okay, it could do with tightening up a bit more, but all I'm going to do is I'm going to show you how to tie a rather nice star knot. I'm not sure how nice this looks on video, but that's what we're doing today, because hopefully it's easier for you to watch. And once again, like I said, please leave me a comment and tell me no more, John, or keep doing it with different colours. Okay, so I'll see you on the other side, and let's get knotting. So as you can see, what I've got is I've got my 4 cords here, and I have tied it off just at this point here. I've got to tie it off somewhere, so I've tied it off at this point here with a constrictor knot. And if you don't know how to tie a constrictor knot, it's a really, really useful knot to know. And in the description below this video, there is a link to how to tie the constrictor knot. So what we'll get on now is we'll get on and actually tie the star knot itself. Right, so I'm holding my 4 strands at the same level as the constrictor knot, and I've spread them out evenly in front of me like so. So the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take any lead, it doesn't matter which lead. I'm going to take the red one, for example, and all I'm going to do with the red one is just with my hand is just put a twist in it and turn it so that it goes underneath itself like so. So as you can see here now, it's coming up here like so, it's going round and then underneath itself like so. And I'm going to do exactly the same to the next one. So I'm just going to move it round slightly, and you want to hold that shape there. It's a little bit tricky to start with, but you'll see that we will lock that red one in place when we do our next one. I now take the green one and do exactly the same with the green one. I basically form another loop there like so, so it's coming round over the top and then it's going underneath itself there. But what I do now is I take the end of the green one and pass it through my red one like so, and then just pull it up a bit tighter. That's it, and there you go. You can see now my green one is going round, down, underneath, and then coming out of my red one there. I then turn that round a little bit further, and then the next colour that I'm going to come to is my yellow one, and I do exactly the same for the yellow one. I just basically turn it, put a twist in it so that it goes over and then underneath itself, and then the yellow end I will pass through the green one like so. Just make sure it doesn't get caught up in any of the leads underneath. That's it. Pass it through there, and now we have our 3rd colour locked in place. Okay, and so then I turn it round a little bit more. It's just only so it's easier for me to get hold of the cordage. And then what I do now is I do exactly the same to the blue one. I put a twist in it, like so. Put a twist in it, and you can see we're getting a bit of a flowery petal effect on our cordage here. And then the next thing I do is take the end of my blue one and pass it up through my yellow one, which is going to lock it all in place. And that twist is coming out slightly, but there we go. I've now got, that's my fourth colour done now. But the only thing we haven't done is we haven't locked the blue one off yet with the red one. So I take the end of the red cord, wherever the red, there's the end of the red cord coming this way, and then what I do is get the end of the red cord and pass it up through the blue one like so. There we go. Now that I've done that, I can now pull up on these a little bit tighter so they're all fairly evenly spaced, and you can see here now that, so as you can see, I've got my petals shaped here, and the next thing that I'm going to do is very simply just get hold of each lead in turn. So it doesn't matter, I'll take the red one in this particular case, and I'm going to pass the red one so it goes down that point there. So pass it over like so and allow it to go down that point there. The next thing I do is I take the green one and I pass the green one back over the red one and down that point there. So it's locking that red one in place basically. I then take the yellow one and pass the yellow one over the green one like so. And then finally I've got the blue one. Now the blue one has to pass over the yellow one but underneath the red one to lock it into place. So bring it over like so and then pass it through. And you can see here now, even at this short stage, it's getting quite symmetrical and a nice little pattern appearing there now. Okay, so the next thing we do is we get any colour that we want to. So I'm going to choose blue because it is the nearest one to me. And what we're going to do is we're going to take the blue one so it follows. So basically you can see here the blue one underneath is going round like so. So we want the blue one at the top to go round as well like so. Let it go round like so. And then what we're going to do is go underneath itself. Take it underneath. And now that it's gone underneath, so it's following that blue one round there like that, it's gone underneath, and the next thing we want to do is follow the yellow one and go down through the green hole there like so. So let's just take that round. So pull it up tight-ish, not too tight because we want some slack. So pull it up tight like that, and now we follow where the yellow one goes and tuck it down like so. There we go. Don't let it cross over, and then it's gone down there like that. Okay, so next thing I can do is I can now get the yellow one and I'll bring the yellow one round. So I'm going to bring it round like so, but what I want to do now is I want to take it underneath both of those. So take it underneath both of those and then pick up where the green comes out. So just pull that through, and then you can see there it's now coming along parallel to the green one like that, and all I do is tuck that down through the green or through the red one, following the green one through like so. There we go. Bring it round a bit more, and we then have our next colour. Next colour is the green. So the green is going to follow the green round, go underneath the green and the yellow, and then it's going to go follow where the red one's going and down through there. So let me just bring it underneath those two there. Follow it round, that's it. So it's gone under those two, gone round like so, and then so what it's going to do now is just follow the path of the red one and dive down through the hole where the two blue ones are. It gets a bit tighter as you're doing it, going through. There we go. And that's come through there as well. And don't forget, if you like this video, please give me a thumbs up. If you hate it, give me a thumbs down. But please do tell me why, so that I can help improve these. Okay, and then so we've got the final one here is the red one. And the red one wants to follow the red one round there, underneath those two. And as it comes up, it's following the blue one. So just bring it round underneath like so, follows the blue one, and then once it's followed the blue one, open up a gap there so it can go down through the two yellow ones, and we pull it up tight. And you can see now, as we do this, as I draw that up, pull out the slack in there, that's it, getting the slack out. Where's that one going? That's going there, there. And when you've got the four colours, it's just a little bit easier to follow where your leads are actually going through. And you can see here now we've got a nice symmetrical pattern appearing here on the top of our crown, or our, not crown, but star knot here. Okay, so if I now turn this over, you can see here now where the leads are coming out. So we've got our leads coming out here, and the next thing we need to do is basically where this blue one's coming out here, we're going to follow the yellow one, and then as it follows the yellow one, it's suddenly going to dart down there and come up through the middle. So I'm just going to make a gap there, and I'm going to take my blue rope and pass it down through everything. So when I pull it up, so that you can see here now, when I pull it up, just take that twist out of it, it's following the yellow, but before it follows the yellow all the way, it then darts down the middle and comes out the top of our star knot there. And then once again with the yellow one here, so here's my yellow, get the yellow one here, bring it round so that it then follows the green one but darts up the middle and comes out the middle of my star itself. And I'm just checking in the other end, make sure it's coming out in the middle. Then I've got the green one here, and the green one is going to once again, let's see, follow that red one there, but then once it gets to the center point, bring it up through the middle of our work like so. And that leaves us one colour, which has to be the red one. And so here we go. The red one is coming out from the two yellows here, follows the blue, but before it completes its journey, it dives down through the middle there, and just find the middle. Gets a bit fiddly to poke through, and there we have it. Okay, and so there, what we've done here now is we have tied our star knot. Now, the thing with this star knot is, what I want to do is just go around and just pull it up a little bit tighter. You can see here, there's a bit of slack here and there. Just pull up tight on all of the cords to make sure that we end up with a nice, beautiful shaped star in the middle there. Okay, now the thing is, we've got a couple of choices here now. It's at this point we can choose whether or not we want the star knot to terminate or be part of something else. So in other words, we could go on to do decorative things either side of the star knot here, if we're making a lanyard or something like that. But in this particular case, this star knot here, I'm just going to have a star knot that terminates on the end of a rope. So here we have our star knot now, and it's got all four cords coming up through the center here now. And the next thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to crown this. And to crown this, all I'm going to do is just pick up the first colour I come to, which is the green, and I'm passing the green over the yellow like so. I then keep a loop here because we want that loop in a minute when we finish crowning. I then pass the yellow one over the blue one, pass the blue one over the red one, and then finally the red one will go through that loop that I created just here on the green one and pass it through like so. And that's what we should get now. And you can see one passes over the other, and then as I pull them up tight, you'll see here now that we get a nice crown appearing here on the top of our star knot. Right, so now that we've done that, the next thing I want to do is just grab hold of each cord in turn. I'm taking the red one first, and then just pass the red one straight down through the middle of our star knot. And then what I want to do is just pick it up when it comes out the other side, and it all gets fiddly now. So pick it up out the other side, and there we go. I've just pulled that through. Okay, so that's my first one done. My next colour is my green one. So I'm going to take the green one and just pull it straight over and down through the middle, like so. And grab it as it comes out the other side. Oh, there we go. You need fairly nimble fingers to do that. So we've done the red, we've done the green. Let's see. Next one here is the yellow. So take the yellow one, pass it down through the middle like so. That's it. Should be enough gap still. That's why we don't want to do it too tight when we start with it. Pull it through like so. There we go. And then the final one. Oh, and it's going to be a struggle, I know that, because I've already put 3 down there. So the final one is the blue one that we just tuck straight down through the middle there. And make a hole. There's a hole. Pass that through, and I should be able to pick that up somewhere. I can see the end. There's the end. And then finally pull that one through also. And then just gently pull them all through, nice and evenly, like so. And then we end up with a nice crown appearing on the top of our knot. 1, 2, 3, 4. There they go. Okay. So there we go. And now that we've done that, I'm now going to go around and tighten up on everything. And then by tightening up on everything, all I'm going to do is just start at the beginning with the red one here. And the red one, we know for a fact, goes underneath here, because we can follow it all the way around. We then go up, pull that up tight, then we know that it curls around the back and follows the red one as well. And then it finally goes down here, so I just pull on this one here. And that's the beauty of doing it with multicolours, is you can see how the actual knot itself works. And then it goes down through the yellows there, so pick it up through the yellows. And that's all we do, go all the way around and tighten everything up nice and tightly. And then finally it comes up on the reds here, goes underneath those like so, and then I can pull that down with one of the red ones down through the middle, and there we go. And gradually as I do that, that will bunch up nicely in the middle, and it will you'll have yourself a beautiful star knot. You don't usually make a star knot this big. You usually make it with smaller stuff, like this is some, let's see, some camo that I've made it with, and I'll show you some more in a minute. So I'll get on and tighten this, and then I'll come back to you. Right, and so there we have it. There is my star knot, tied in my huge chunky cord here. I don't think it relates itself well. Mind you, if it was a single colour, it would probably look quite good. But if we see here, this is one that I've previously done with paracord. And basically I've turned this into a button. So in the back here is a loop, and this is a button that's been created using some camo paracord. Not sure how good that is to see. Then I've got one here on a knife lanyard that I once made, and that is a nice little star knot in the end of the knife lanyard here, and that allows me to then use it like a button, and there you go, it's holding my lanyard in place like so. And then the final one that I've got here is in the end of my cat of nine tails. I've basically started my cat of nine tails off with a star knot, and I've tucked all the leads down bar 2, and I've left 2 out so that I could actually tie myself a nice little knot at the end here so that I can hang my cat of nine tails off when I'm not using it. You would think that I use my cat of nine tails on a regular basis. Yeah, when I'm not using my cat of nine tails, I hang it on a hook. So there you go, you heard it here first. So there we have it. That is how to make a huge chunky star knot, and I've basically used the big cord, in other words, so that it would be a little bit easier for you to follow when I'm actually doing it. And so yeah, once again, thanks very much for watching. Whoa, thumbs up or star knot up, star knot down, and if you'd like it, hate it, please leave me a comment, and I'd also love it if you could share this video so others could see it as well. So once again, thanks very much for watching.